Oh, hamburger juice. It's your boy, Smoke Screeners Prime.
Alright, let's take a look at the X-Men 97 Cyclops, baby, aka Scott Summers. And this is the fig out of Wave 2 that I really wanted because of the Optic Blast. Finally get to have an Optic Blast that you can put in the visor for a classic Jim Lee style Cyclops. There have been one that I can remember where it had the Optic Blast, but it was for the Uncanny, if I remember correctly, and he had the blue and the white with the boost that was real bulky. And that blast is actually the same blast that I see right here. And I'm going to show you where in one of my comparisons where I did a tweak to give this same effect before they made this. But this body looks very similar to the VHS Cyclops that came out with the shell shading. Got it right this time, fam. But the hair and the face is a little different. So if you got that fig, you can give somewhat of a different look as well with Cyclops. But I see a couple of other things that are a little different, but not much. But let's hit you with a little slow motion. And you can see the members of the wave, the first wave up there, X-Men logo 97, Cyclops up there, messing with his visor. And as you come around, you see a bigger picture of Cyclops. You see the new Magneto, Cyclops, Jean, Nightcrawler, Executioner, and the Goblin Queen. And of course, you see the $24.99 for what I paid from GameStop, where this is where I found the figure. Come around to the front and let's get busy, baby. Now, just looking at the package of the fig, it looks looks nice. He has two heads, one a grimacing head for the Optic Blast, one where he's kind of giving like a smirk. Three hands, two of them are the punching hands, what it looks like, and one where he's touching his visor. Of course, the Optic Blast. First off, I want to say the fig looks good, and this is the Cyclops that we really wanted. When they first started changing him up, we had the issues with the wrist guards right here and over here. One second, and then the straps over here and right here on the boots. They were always like slipping and sliding, and I'll show you on another fig. But this is a great improvement, and I will tell you right now, this is the body from the VHS Cyclops. This is exactly the body. There's only a couple of little minor, and I mean very minor, differences in it. Other than that, is no different than how the other Cyclops is before. Once they changed him and bulked him out more, made a difference. And there's really nothing else besides the fact that they were smart enough to now have these straps right here stay molded to the body and not have them all loose, which was an irritation at time for some folks. And I have one of those Cyclopses that is newer that I will show you. So the head sculpts are nice on both of them. Of course, this is the one for the Optic Blast. This is the regular one. He has a little smirk on his face, and I mean, it looks straight, fam. Not too bad. The hair, it looks a lot more cartoony. A lot different than even the VHS Cyclops I'm looking at. His hair looks not quite as cartoony as that, but I mean, it's all good. It's just something minor, but the figure looks good. It looks exactly the same. Let's do a little rotation, fam. So we gonna hit you with another slow motion so you can see old Psych and let you understand that this is still a good figure. Again, couple of minor tweaks from the VHS Cyclops, but it's good. Again, the main thing is looking real cartoony in the hair and kind of in the face, but for the most part, this fig is spot on for what you need. And if you had the VHS Cyclops coming back around to the front, baby, if you had the VHS Cyclops, then you can also swap that face for a more serious face if you want, and give you 3 different faces as well. So let's take a look at the accessories he come with. We saw the head. As a matter of fact, let's take a closer look at the head, fam. That's a nice sculpt right there, fam. The face looks great right there. And of course, looking at the body, again, the same thing. Everything looks good. Don't really see any blotches or any mistakes on there. The figure just looks good, fam. A good fig. Now, one thing I will say is, I don't know how I feel about the little smirk. It's alright, but giving it a little bit of personality, not that big a deal. But again, like I said, the hair is real cartoony. But if that doesn't bother you, which it doesn't bother me that much, this is a great fig to have. And looking at the Optic Blast face, it looks pretty good, fam. Again, a nice look. I'm glad they finally did this. I'm glad, I waited long enough to get a good Cyclops. Hair looks good, not great detail, but enough. Again, it's also for the cartoon. So let's now move on to the other aspects, fam. So he has another hand, open hand right here. Nothing special about it, just another hand. And we also got wham, another doggone fisted hand right here. Got 2 of those. Here's the other one, fam. And the main thing that we want to look at least for me, is this, fam. This Optic Blast. And this Optic Blast looks very familiar, and I'm going to show you why. So as you can see, fam, these are the exact same Optic Blast, except the one on the left is older, so it's not as bright as red. But again, it's the same exact design. Alright, so I swapped the head, got the Optic Blast head going on, fam. And we're going to take this new Optic Blast, and it has this piece right here you can easily slide in, and we're just going to pop it in Cyclops. Very easy to do. And voila, you got Cyclops doing that Optic Blast. You can have him doing it straight, is no problem as well. And this is reminiscent to that Marvel vs. Capcom, where he would do a pose similar to like this when he's shooting the Optic Blast out. So that's always cool. Wanted to see that. You can also have him doing his blast that way, standing up, more of a forceful type of upfront type of deal. And you can take him to the side as well, fam. Getting that look right there. Another side view of him pushing his visor and getting that blast off. This is exactly what I wanted, fam. They finally got it right for me. The Jim Lee style Cyclops with the Optic Blast infused, thankfully, with another head. They finally got it right with all the armbands and leg bands staying on, along with the boot bands staying on and not falling off like the others. Now let's do a little size correction. Let's do a little comparisons, baby. So what I want to see right here is, this is the Cyclops from the 3-pack, and this blast came from, again, like I said, this uncanny Cyclops that had the blue and the white, and the blast effect is the exact same thing. You can see how the hair color is different. The one thing is that this head sculpt is not on the body for that Cyclops. It's actually for the Cyclops before this one, and I can't find where I put the body to give you a full comparison, but I'm gonna have to use this one and another Cyclops so that you can see. And they are the same size. I just have the other Cyclops, the new one, just bending a little bit more at the knees. But as you can see, the inside of that Cyclops is hollowed out perfectly. And me myself, I know I rigged it to fit. That's why he looks like that. But all in all, it does the same thing. It was able to fit. And this is what I mean by comparisons. I'll say one thing right here. So on this one, you can see on the X, it has these lines right here going around. On this one here, so as you can see right here, one of the straps is already down. That should be up here, and to the side you can see it's moving as well. Well, they fixed that on this one where they molded it in to where it's not going anywhere. And the same thing with the straps here, they molded it in where on this one you can see right here that it's loose. I don't know how well it's showing up on camera, but it's loose. Then if you look right here on these straps, they're loose as well. You can see that is loose. Whereas on the other one, again, it's molded in and it doesn't have the stripes going around. On this one, the belt, of course, is loose because this is connected. Now, this is the exact same figure. I took some of the shell shading off, but for the most part, it's exactly the same. The hair is slightly different. Where the newest one, the face is more round, and the other one is a little bit more stoic, and the visor is not as bright on the new one, and the hair has a little bit more detail. This looks more like he's younger than older to me, but the body is exactly the same. Only other difference is here at the X. This one, the new one, has the markings around the X, and the belt is darker here, more bold here than it is on this one. So if you want to see how the visor looks, well, the new head looks on it, it looks exactly the same. This is the head from the VHS body. No difference at all as far as I'm concerned. It's just a little bit of tweaks, but it looks great as well. So here's all of them together. I think they all look good. Slight tweaks. Of course, the one on the left, the bomber jacket, is the older version and a darker color, but definitely you could swap the two on the right with anything, and you could also pop one of their heads and put it on that guy. So to me, fam, this is the best Jim Lee Cyclops to date. You tell me, fam. This to me is the Cyclops that we all been waiting for. I give it a 9.5 out of 10. Now this is just me, because this is everything I wanted in a Jim Lee Cyclops. So you let your boy know, is this a pass? Is this a grab? Do you really care? Are you good with the Cyclops you got? Or do you agree with me that this is the best Jim Lee Cyclops from Marvel to date? And like a fat kid in dodgeball, I'm out, baby. And don't forget to like and subscribe.